Greetings, Chillwavers. It's me, CHILLWAVEKITTENS. I hate that motherfucker. And today we're going to be counting down the top 20 songs from January 2022. But before we get started, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hell, even leave a comment, or else Machine Gun Kelly will cover every Frank Ocean song. In the description of the video, there is a link to a Spotify playlist called New Music 2022, where you'll be able to locate every song from the video. And if you like any of them, I will link you to the artist's Bandcamp in the video description as well, because let's remember, Spotify doesn't pay shit. Nice little club banger from Montreal duo Blue Hawaii. Very colorful. Raphael Standell Preston's vocals are very aggressive but incredibly controlled. She has some of the best vocal control in the game, and that is on full display here. Instrumental has good pacing, picks up quite nice near the end. One of the most underrated bands of the 2010s, Warpaint, have returned with a heavy slow burner. I know, Warpaint, slow burner. Big surprise. Very reserved, vocals are clean, probably the best they've ever sounded actually. Warpaint's rhythm section, as always, are just driving this thing home. They really get to shine in the last 30 to 40 seconds. I really enjoyed the minimal use of synthesizers as well. Good comeback track for them. More good music on the list from Montreal. What are they putting in the water over there? One of this band's best songs, I'll say. The production on the drums is wonderful. Feels like they're being played from inside of an igloo a football field away. The instrumental feels like you just cracked open a brand new Sherpa blanket. Very comforting, soft, elegant guitar playing. The vocal harmonies are so on point it hurts. Can't wait to hear more from this new era of Riches. Very into this new song from Noso. Big fan of their 2021 single Suburbia, but I think the songwriting has vastly improved. The song structure is perfect. It starts out very creepily, like you're being followed into a bright red room. The verses feel like you've made it into the room and you've locked the door, but the person that was following you in there happens to be yourself. And then once that chorus hits, you finally realize that you're losing your goddamn mind. Some nice mixes of ambient and alternative rock on this track. The guitar hook is very memorable. It'll get stuck in your head before the song even ends. 19-year-old singer-songwriter Scarlet Ray is coming out guns blazing in 2022. Very impressed by this song. Love the slow count-in at the beginning. The lyrical themes are so heavy, you know, when you feel like you're an embarrassment to yourself. Not knowing how to fix it. Just being stuck in the darkest corners of your brain and the electricity is not coming on anytime soon. It sort of reminds me of those stretches of time where you're so depressed that you purposely don't brush your teeth before you go to bed. You might skip showers for 2 or 3 days. You don't want to do anything creative. You just want to lay in bed surrounded by food crumbs while shitty reality TV plays. This is some real depressing shit. Very impactful, distorted synthesizers come in to kick up the urgency to fix the depressive state. And then they just dissipate into a beautiful outro where you can sort of imagine what life would be like when you are going to feel okay again, whenever that may be. I became a fan of London 8-piece band Caroline last week, and it's because of this song specifically. The song is sort of like Midwest emo meets post-rock country, and it's really fucking awesome. Very delicate, emotional instrumental. The juxtaposition between the calming vocal track and the distant yells just tie it together so well. The violin playing is haunting while the guitars are quite bright, sort of like watching a scary movie during the day. With how many band members they have, no one is ever doing too much. All of them are contributing exactly what they need to make this song as genuine and impactful as it can be. I was really blown away by the latter half of this song where the instrumental completely falls apart and transcends into a much more minimalist version of itself. I thought the song was over and it just sort of kept giving me more. Taken from Sacre Blue's incredible 2022 EP, Life After the Bombs, which I just reviewed recently. In Heaven is like reaching the afterlife and realizing it's just a never-ending river of your worst memories. You're not thrilled about it, but you'll eventually get used to it because you got nowhere else to be.
Because you're fucking dead.
The bass synth melody is quite calming, as well are the vocals, but there's a little bit of anxiety in there, like you might lose your shit in 10 to 15 minutes, but you're kind of running away from it for the time being. The production on the synth notes as the song progresses gets dreamier and dreamier. Feels feels like the devil dressed up as Jesus is baptizing you in this river of all those things that you wanted to forget about. Like I said, I just reviewed this album, thought very highly of it. If you haven't watched it, go check it out after the video. Shit slaps.
Every day, every night, all the time is moving faster. Every day, I just wanna slow down.
We need as many Slaters as we can get. We got Slater, we got Slater, we got AC Slater, and now we have Slaters. And god damn it, does their music put me in a good mood. If you're feeling like life is moving a little too fast, this song will help you figure out how to slow that shit down. This song is a bona fide slapper. It's their best to date. Super catchy. Thick ass booty on this fucking beat. Fun house and breakbeat fusion. Some nice pianos thrown in there. Very wholesome. Can't say enough good things about this song.
So the days when you were
Le Matos, Wistful Wave duo. I've never heard of Wistful Wave. What do you know? They're from fucking Montreal. What's going on up there? They took one of the best songs from 2021 and put an entirely new spin on it that is just as enjoyable as the original in an entirely different way. Usually when I'm listening to the standard version of this song, I'm just ugly crying in my car, screaming it as loud as I can. But the remix is sort of how you feel post-cry, where you're feeling better and you're ready to take on the world. The tears have dried on your cheeks, the health bar is full, and you're in that mood where you're just like, I don't deserve to fucking cry. I'm fucking hyped. I'm fucking gonna take over the world. Yeah, this fucking bangs so hard. Incredible builds, the instrumental drop off before the last chorus, that shit blew my mind. It feels like I'm partying with aliens. Thank you, Le Matos, for making it possible for me to have Troubled Paradise on my best songs list in 2 different years.
whatever, can take trips wherever. Why leave when they all let in California weather? Cause it's Hollywood lifestyle, got me going crazy.
Los Angeles rapper, actor, skateboarder NA-KEL Smith with this dirty ass heater Harvard grad. It's fast paced, it's muddy, the bass is turned all the way up. It is an anxiety attack the whole time. Everything from the synth melodies to the bass to the drums are all just going at a rate that is almost too much to handle. It's hard to process the builds because the song progresses so quickly, but it just adds to the overall experience of listening to it. It feels like I'm trying to pick something up off the ground and every time I get it in my hands it just slips out. The instrumental comes to a halt and then readjusts itself for a nice little finale that makes it feel more like a song than it would have without it. Easily the best song Charlie has released from the upcoming Crash album. The vocal hook into the chorus synth melody is almost tear-inducing. The mix on this is insane. The vocals are very powerful. The ongoing synth melody throughout the track is infectious. It's not too over the top. One of Charlie's best vocal performances ever. Sometimes I forget how fucking huge of a voice she has, because a lot of her music can be focused on other things. It feels like this song is just 5 or 6 different hooks all going on at the same time. The whole thing is catchy. Rena's presence on the track complements Charlie better than a lot of features on other Charlie songs. Japanese R&B electronic artist Hikaru Utada dropped a 12-minute pop song. From the second it starts to the second it ends, the whole thing is good. The drum track is a slow burner, but fast enough to get your body moving. The song and record it comes from Bad Mode is her first bilingual album, where she is singing in Japanese and English for the first time. The synth arpeggios as the song progresses turn into some sort of alien that is trying to bust out of your chest. It's a much more progressive take on pop and EDM, really expanding on the typical structures of pop music, taking hooks and simple melodies and stretching them as far as the imagination can take them. This song transforms in ways that I wasn't able to predict. It starts getting a little bit glitchy. It has a beautiful instrumental break where you can just fucking vibe for a reasonable amount of time. The latter half of the song goes in so many different directions. It's like playing Yoshi Valley on Mario Kart 64, but the aesthetic is more like Rainbow Road. My favorite song this band has ever put out. I'm a big fan of 90s alt-rock revival, but some people don't know how to do it right. On this song, they nailed it pretty hard. It's trying less to be profound and focusing on being self-aware. The lyrics are very hard-hitting. Reminds me of every time that I've wronged someone and that feeling of knowing you're doing something wrong, but you decided to do it anyway because you have no self-control whatsoever. This song is a heartbreaker, but only in the context where you are the person that is breaking hearts. Love the bass line on this one too. I mean, there's really not much I can say that hasn't been said already. There's a reason this guy is now the #1 most streamed artist on the planet. He is a professional to the highest degree. His aesthetic and his conceptual ideas are at the forefront on Gasoline. Vocals are super crispy. Keyboards and production are of the highest quality. It's silky, it's smooth. It makes me so happy to see something so popular actually be this good. I love the partnership between The Weeknd and Daniel Lopatin. Let's hope to God it lasts a little bit longer. And the chorus on this song is a fucking monster. We all know the deal. Beach House is probably going to release 4 to 5 songs every single month until we are all dead. They recently just dropped Once Twice Melody Chapter 3, and Masquerade is the obvious standout track from this batch of songs. A lot of things in here that we don't usually get from Beach House. Whenever we get a tough instrumental, it is massive. And I think this is one of the best instrumentals from the album so far. It's a little rough around the edges, sort of an industrial shoegaze take on dream pop. The 909 drum track features is very dominant. The running synth melody is like seeing footprints appear from a ghost. One of their best instrumental breaks where everything just sort of goes haywire. A massive amount of whispers, slamming their hands down on what seems to be 5 or 6 different synthesizers. Bells are drenched in reverb. One of the most exciting songs Beach House has in their entire catalog. Beach House likes to surprise us sometimes by going completely off the map with songs like Sparks, Dark Spring, Alien, and now Masquerade has been added to the list of songs you wish had full albums that sounded like them.
Fill the form with a warm gush. Now I wanna touch like we never could before. I'd fly to you.
Big Thief have a double album coming out very soon. The most recent entry, Simulation Swarm, has been the most impactful preview of the upcoming record. Adrian Lenker has this talent where they are just belting out their vocals, but with a lot of refrain. Like you're finally getting out what's been bugging you, but you're still holding a little bit back. The instrumental is very soothing. The guitars complement each other well. A great example of them not overcrowding the song with too many ideas to make it impressive. They let Simulation Swarm breathe, and the message is clear and effective. I'd say lyrically that this song breaks my heart.
But doesn't that just describe every Big Thief song?
Song is very chill and laid back, but it's also really intense.
Let's hide the Let's
This song is kind of like Riders on the Storm, but in the club. I love the builds. The synthesizers and drums keep a nice steady pace. They glide you into a sea of clouds where a giant Claire George is sitting in the sky, singing like the beautiful angel that she is, and you think you know where the song is going, and then she stops when you least expect it, and this song drops you into an ocean of neon lights and dancing dolphins. The mix is incredible. It feels like you're dancing at the ocean's surface, and then these distorted synths come in, and it seems like your feet have turned into ocean drills, and now you're going to dance yourself deeper and deeper. There's kind of like an anti-chorus in this song. When it feels like the chorus is going to hit, it completely takes it away and lets you make it all up in your head. Can we get a whole album collab between Justin Martin and Claire George? Because I would like that very much.
There's nothing left to fight for. Sometimes I feel like I'm just sinking into quicksand.
Australian pop artist Hatchie has really been pushing the boundaries of her own music as of late. There's these crumbs of shoegaze that are snuck in without being noticed right away because you're just in awe of how fucking catchy Quicksand is. The chorus on this is massive. Trailing synth notes bump up the intensity. A lyrical monster truck this song is. I definitely think I'm going to be adding this song to my Ugly Cry in My Car playlist. It's an elevated, exciting, thunderous take on dream pop. I feel like some of these genres that she's experimenting with, like dream pop and shoegaze, sort of needed a really exciting shot of adrenaline straight to the heart. Quicksand completely shatters through the roof of its influences. One of the catchiest songs I've heard in quite a while. Loving this new direction for her. Feels like the sky is the limit and she plans on shattering that too.
Everybody knows that I want your love. Why are you playing, baby boy? What's up? Everybody knows that I want your love.
Taken from her recent mixtape Capra songs, All My Love is a fucking vibe all day, every day. A beautifully crafted modern take on 90s R&B. Some of the vocal lines in here are stuck in my head all of the time. The chorus is so fun to sing along to. I love the change in the delivery of the chorus as the song progresses. They weren't just copy and paste. The last one hits a lot harder than the first, as it should. The simple guitar strums are beautiful. The use of the pitched down vocals are very tasteful. The lyrics are relatable. We've all been there, vibing with someone and you think you have a connection and you think you're you're an item, and you come to find out they don't like you nearly as much as you like them.
Wait, you aren't obsessively thinking about me all the time like I'm thinking about you?
Nah, dude, we're just friends.
Please love me.
No, dude.
And the thing I appreciate the most about this song is the spoken word intro and outro, which makes the song sort of feel like a friend who's trying to put you in a good mood. It's a song that you can go to when you need advice, but you don't have anybody to get it from. Number 1, best song of January, Baby by Patch Notes. I listen to this song like 7 or 8 times a day. It's the first song I listen to in the morning every single day. I am Lisa Simpson, and Baby by Patch Notes is the coffee. Portland electronic producer Patch Notes has been wowing me for a few months now, but this is just on an entirely new level. The entire time I'm listening to the song, it kind of feels like it's trying to fuck me. I'm just gonna say it right now. The answer is yes. Baby is able to bring so many emotions to the surface. The mix on the vocal sample is buried in everything else, but I feel like it has to be. Playing a game, like you gotta look for it. You gotta pay attention to hear what they're saying. While you're trying to find those vocals, you are just getting hit in the face with feathers and pastel colors. And then the fucking drop hits and you are transported into another dimension. Like you're under some sort of hypnosis, having an out-of-body experience. But the entire time you're being asked if you want to stay in this out-of-body experience. Do you want to leave? You don't have long to decide, because there's gonna be another drop and you're going to be catapulted even further away from reality once that one hits. There's so many layers on the instrumental that I find myself feeling like I took a hit of ecstasy that only lasted about 4 minutes, and I've used up all of my serotonin, and the only way I can get it back is if I listen to this song again. Patch Notes' incredible new album Golden Hour is out now on Pacific Plaza Records. Go get a cassette if they're not sold out yet. Alright everyone, that does it for the list. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Again, Spotify and Bandcamp links are in the description, as well as links to my Instagram, Patreon, and merch store. Let me know what your favorite song from January 2022 was in the comments. The video's done now. I can go watch the 90 Day Fiancé Single Life Tell All Part 1.